All right, y'all, we are back with another video, and say it ain't so. We got Jessica Tarlov left speechless after Charles Payne's brutal takedown. So you telling me Jessica Tarlov is up here trying to defend Joe Biden? Really? Now this one right here is coming from Doug. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing so much support. Everybody been leaving positive comments in the comment section. I also want to thank everybody who clicked on the video for the very first time. I appreciate all of you. But like I said, this one right here is coming from Doug, so I will leave the original video in the description. Make sure y'all go show Doug some love. He always keeping us up to date with everything that's going on. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into this. And like I said, make sure y'all watch the entire video, because like I said, YouTube will share it so more people can see my reaction, and that right there is way help the channel grow. And make sure y'all hit that like button for me, all right? Without further ado, let's see what Charles Payne just did to Jessica Tarlov.
Fox News is Charles Payne brings on the pain
against on the pain.
Snobby Biden defender Jessica Tarlov. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug Tenaple. This is where the happy patriots are, my people. I'm here to encourage you. I'm here to inform you. And in the case of this video, we're here to have fun.
But he has an uncontrollable narcissism and rage about him when he feels insulted. And it's appealing to the base to say, we love it. He's a counterpuncher. But you've now lost a general election. You've presided over the loss of the Republican Senate, the Republican House. The abortion, it's been on the ballot 7 times. Democrats have swept it in all of that, and he has not moderated at all. And frankly, I don't think it's in him for him to be able to do it for more than 20 minutes.
I don't know how much of it is just completely a construct of the news telling you what to think. That's how much gaslighting and brainwashing is going on by your entire culture, that cultural river that all of us have our boats floating down. Is Jessica Tarlov telling the truth, or is James Payne coming up here ready for a smackdown? Watch, we're just setting the stage.
Democrats demean MAGA voters. He talked about it with me today, saying that, you know, it's just strange that they're talking about a group of voters like that.
Yeah, and I don't think it's narcissism. I think if it's, you've lived in New York long enough, you know it's maybe a New York thing. Someone punches you, you punch him back harder. That's the way I grew up in Harlem.
Not if the country's at stake, right?
He became president of the United States with that same personality.
Joe Biden and the people that talk about MAGA, they keep trying to say, oh, we're talking about the loony, crazy, far right. No, you're talking about half of America. It's becoming the entire Republican Party. That is the left. The Democrats hate half of America. They call half of America racist, stupid, the stinkies, the uneducated. We're, you know, like working class people are to be dismissed. And we treat, you know, university professors like royalty. The Bible, by the way, completely forbids us giving a preferred seat at the table to a rich man and then giving the bottom of the table to the poor underclass, which is what all of the left does. Yep. Because they're satanic.
I don't think that, you know, listen, I think it's worse with Biden calling MAGA. Biden's anger and vitriol and hatred for MAGA is far more worse than President Trump's individual battles with someone who crosses him.
What Biden says against you and I, normal Americans, for being pro-family, for having a faith, the way he treats us like criminals, going after pro-life Catholics, going after military and saying they have a problem with racism and bringing in a Department of Equity and Inclusion into every branch of military. Payne is just saying there are worse things than Trump's coarseness against another opponent.
That is something that is really detrimental to this country, that the president of the United States despises half of the United States. President Biden, I said earlier today, about a week ago, I had a segment coming up, so I Googled Biden hates MAGA. Nothing but articles after articles after articles. He has expressed hatred for half of the country.
Who's writing those articles?
It doesn't matter. Look
and it's
at
not.
him. Because the bottom line is he says it.
Now here, Jessica Tarlov cannot get a word in, but frankly, she's speechless. He said, look up the articles that Biden hates MAGA. And he said hundreds of articles come up. Yeah. Jessica's response is, who's writing those articles. Who do you think? A bunch of leftists hate MAGA. Look how Kamala Harris talks about pro-lifers, people who oppose abortion. She's trying to make you feel like you're just 10%. You're just a tiny, tiny percent of people. Really, it's half of America thinks there should be a constitutional right for the unborn. In fact, it would be more if they were ever informed and allowed to actually see the procedure on TV. It'd probably be 90% pro-life in America. But of course, Democrats can't have that because they have to do all this gaslighting, brainwashing, cultural manipulation of you. Charles Payne is tired and done, and he is unleashing on them now.
He has vitriol for them, and so does MSNBC, and so does CNN, and so does the New York Times. They have vitriol for half of the nation. They don't look at them like fellow Americans, and it's unfortunate.
Jessica,
fellow Americans.
Here comes. Remember, she's a Democrat, so the Democrats all call the right, white people, racists. Here's Charles Payne, a black man, saying, you white Democrats, Jessica, call us MAGA racist.
They try to paint them as racist. That all the things that they do to their fellow Americans who simply want a safe home, a safe community, for their children to have prosperity. They want the same thing, but they demean them all the time. That's why I think Phillips was so intriguing, because he went to a rally to find out for himself. And guess what? Golly, these are some pretty cool people. They're just like us.
Of the Trump supporter that's being called MAGA and scum and dirty. He goes, these are some pretty cool people if you ever spend time with them.
Right.
They're just like us.
Yep.
That's my observation too, by the way. You go to some honky tonk here in Tennessee and I meet all kinds of people. By the way, Democrats and Republicans, they vote all ways.
I remember a lot of people used to tell me that back in the day. They say, man, don't never go to a Trump rally, man. They racist, they this and that. And you see all the videos, even when we seen this video where this black man went to a Trump rally. He went to a Trump rally and got treated with the utmost respect. And he was like, I thought they said that Trump rallies are bad. They are racist, this and that. But then you got Jessica Tarlov sitting up here trying to take over for Joe Biden. Obviously, like I said, they said she's a Democrat. So with Charles Payne saying she don't even want to hear it. She literally trying to get a word in. But Charles Payne, he is saying, he is spitting so much facts towards her that we don't even need to hear her, because he's spitting facts that she do not want to hear. And it's just crazy that all of these people on the left, they try to do this to Donald Trump all the time. Oh, look how he attacked people. Look what these people is doing to Donald Trump. Look what they doing. Look at these indictments. They are constantly slandering this man, constantly slandering him. And when he say something back, all of a sudden he wrong. He the bad guy. But yet, all of last year, look what Fannie Willis, Jack Smith, Letitia James, look what all these folks is doing to him and saying about him every single day. MSNBC slandering him all the time. CNN always twisting his words around, trying to fit their narrative in it. But as soon as he attacked back, he wrong. And it's just crazy. Like, Charles Payne is right about this. He is spitting facts, and we don't even need to hear what Jessica Tarlov got to say. Let's go.
But people who are truckers, school teachers, normal farmers, normal, some guy who owns a car dealership, they're pretty cool people.
That's completely fine. And I know that the lines have shifted dramatically, but Joe Biden's responsible for a lot of that. You say that he's demeaned half the country. First of all, it's 74 million people that voted for Donald Trump. And he is explicit every time he talks about the MAGA movement to say that this is a subsection of the Republican Party, which is borne out in elections when you see people voting against Donald Trump.
Jessica's trying to defend what Biden has said against MAGA. She's going, oh, no, he doesn't hate half of America. He just hates a subset of the Republican Party, the MAGA set. Trump is talking about uniting America. He has to be the president even of the Democrats.
How can, even if you're from the left and you're a Democrat, how can you even fix your mouth to try to take up for Joe Biden? The way this man did this country, and you're trying to take up for him? I don't care. Even if you're the left, you know that Joe Biden has destroyed this country. We'd had wars going on, illegal immigrants coming across the border. He didn't want to close the border. I mean, gas prices went up, food went up. I mean, all type of stuff. And then she's sitting here trying to take over for Joe Biden. This is just ridiculous, man. Let's go.
He has to be the president of everyone. Biden, it's clear how they treat those of us who disagree with them.
Exactly.
Frankly, Biden, they want you in prison. They want you spied on. They want you unemployed.
Yep.
They want you unable to use a gas stove.
And this idea that
But what about the people
way that
voting for him?
Democrats-
What about the people voting for him? He
I'm
gives
getting-
teleprompter speeches. I mean, you have to understand that it's...
Yes, but he is talking about insurrectionists.
No.
Yes, he is.
No.
No, dummy. He's not talking about insurrectionists. Americans who are for Trump now, Jessica is going to equate with being pro-insurrection. If you're for Trump and for whatever he was on January 6th, Jessica has lumped you in with the deplorables that are for an insurrection. Rachel Maddow does it. You see it on every network. They're making moral equivalence. Liking Trump is liking an insurrectionist. So now you are an insurrectionist.
If you get called regularly,
He's the
and which
president of the
Democrats do,
United States.
thugs,
He's the commander-in-chief.
pedophiles.
I can actually back up both of those words that Democrats are called. It rightly fits the party if you look at what they do, what they actually support. That is, I'm not for an insurrection, neither is Trump in our party, but you actually are those two words with what your party believes. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Doug.
Shout out to Doug, man. Like Jessica Tarlov, like she is, man. That was just crazy. Like literally trying to put words in folks' mouth. Oh, it's an insurrection. No, it's not. This is what they do, though. All of them on the left, they always do this. They always do this. Try to go against Donald Trump. And like I said before, as soon as he try to fight back after they done said all these slanderous things about him, then they try to make him the bad guy. Like, okay, he said something back, he the bad guy. Like, dang, he can't respond to what's being said about him? It's enough. In New York, he getting gag orders put on him and stuff like that. He getting gag orders put on him. And enough that he can't talk, but when he can talk, when he ain't got gag order and y'all slandering him, he gonna say things back, and you might not like it. Because I'm pretty sure he don't like the thing that's been done to him. So, I mean, like I said, Charles Payne, I loved everything that he said. And she did not want to hear it. That's why she was left speechless. He straight ambushed her on this show. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate everybody. Like I said, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe for new videos, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.